Hey everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of our Halloween special here at Dive Bar Comedy Podcast. It is getting really fun, so stay tuned for the whole show. We have a fun costume contest at the end.
Yeah, November 15th at the Liquid Zoo, 8 p.m. sharp at Van Nuys, North Hollywood. Come check us out at the Liquid Zoo.
Yeah, that's our next live show. So if you like listening to us here on the podcast, check us out live. We're always doing shows in the LA area. So the Liquid Zoo, that's in Van Nuys in the Valley. So
yeah, it's going to be fun. And it's only $10 to get in. And if you're there, we want to see some fans there. We want to see some listeners there. If you're a fan, show up.
Cool. All right, everyone. Well, enjoy the show. Hey, if any of you are in the LA area and you have slippery floors, don't be liable for slip and fall accidents on your floor. Check out tightgripla.com. tightgripla.com. Slip-proofing solutions for any tile floor. Entryways, bathrooms, kitchens, restaurants, you name it. Check out tightgripla.com.
Lloyd Collins. We've been doing comedy with Lloyd Collins. I've been doing comedy with Lloyd Collins for 10 years now, right? We've been the Comedy Store.
Yeah, 10 years.
The Comedy Store, the Improv, everywhere.
The Laugh Factory.
Yeah. So you were on the road. You were touring at one time. You were going up and down.
Yeah, I was touring all across America, all across the world, actually. So, yeah.
Who are you touring with?
Nobody. It was just me booking dates through my manager, going wherever the work went, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So your manager books the dates and sends you on different shows?
Yeah, that's the way it used to be, but I don't fuck with him anymore, so it's just me now.
He steal your money?
No. Something happened where I decided to choose life over.
He fuck your girl?
No, something happened where I decided to choose life over this soul-sucking ass industry. So,
but you're still here. You're still here doing comedy. How do you explain that?
Because there's a way to do comedy without having a manager or being in an industry that's soul-sucking.
I see. A vampire manager.
What do you mean by soul sucking? Was like they're making you go places you don't want to go? They're taking all your money?
No, it's just like they just control over everything. You know what I mean? Like they want to control where you are, what you do, and why you do what you do, and the type of jokes that you tell. Just shit like that I didn't fuck with.
It's like a record label that has control. They want you to dress in a certain way. You can't talk. You can't do shows. You can't. They won't even let you do anything. You can't even perform live once you're in a contract.
Yeah, exactly. It's all that type of shit that I was just like, I don't want to deal with that, but I still want to tell jokes.
They'll give you a record deal. They'll put you aside, and they'll say, hey, we can't release you right now until I don't know when.
Yeah, exactly. It's bullshit. But, yeah, I mean, like, that's what happened with my manager. And I've talked with a couple of other people about possibly managing me in the comedy game. But right now I'm just having fun getting my own work without fucking with any of those guys.
Was he at least good at, like, getting you good gigs, like getting paid gigs in foreign cities?
Yeah, but that like I was doing that before I met him, and like, you know, that wasn't exactly just him. Like I've always done good at certain places, so it wasn't like I just went from doing shitty open mics to fucking with him, and then I started going on tour. It was like I went from going on tour to going on tour with him to going on tour without him to still doing shitty open mics the entire time.
Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, a manager's not even going to take you on if all you do is open mics.
I don't care. I mean, like, I do what I want to do. Like, I don't look at it like I need to do this for a manager to take me on. But my resume speaks for itself. So, like, if they want to sit down and truly have a conversation about what I've done and where I've been and where I do shows at, it'll stack up with anybody's. I do open mics because that's what I want to do. That's how I feel like I get better.
So what are some of the most interesting places that you've done shows?
I did shows in Tazar, Hungary. That was a really interesting place. Did shows in Leeds, England. That was interesting. And Little Rock, Arkansas.
That's isn't that Bill Clinton's hometown?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, think about doing a comedy in different countries. Most people don't really understand English that well. How do you communicate if they don't?
Well, they do it in several different ways. Like when I did shows in Switzerland, they actually had a teleprompter, and they would ask me for my jokes typed out before I went on stage, and then they would put the jokes on a screen. And then in Hungary, they just let people know that it was going to be an English comedy show. And then other places, it was just American groups that brought me in to do the show.
So your jokes, you typed out your jokes and they typed it in and all that.
Yeah.
One time I went to a comedy show in London, and I shouted out from the audience, and they were like, the American, like everybody referred to me as the American there. Like their accent is so different. If you say even one short sentence, they can pinpoint you as an American, and then they call you American for the rest of the time like it's some kind of slur.
Yeah, I had to cuss a lot of British hoes out in the open mic circuit over there. A lot of British women got called cunts and bitches for that same shit, yeah.
Oh, they say cunt all the time, and they refer to cunt as a male or female over there. Here, it's just a female term. There, they can just say cunt at a streetlight or anything.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like, I like the audiences over there because they are a little bit more rambunctious than the American audience, so to speak.
Yeah, and I love their vocabulary. Not only do they have the accent, well, they invented English, but they have great vocabulary. Like, I went to a bar, and the guy, instead of saying somebody had a neon jacket, he said, the guy in the phosphorescent jacket. I was like, wow, I would never hear a bartender in America saying a long word like phosphorescent.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's how it was. The thing that tripped me out is I would talk to some people, and they would be like, I can't talk to you anymore because your accent is weird, and I would be like, fuck you.
They can't understand you?
They can understand. It just gets on their nerves that I'm not speaking the same way that they're speaking. So, it's weird. Whatever.
I thought it'd be the opposite. You know, we'll be like, "Oh, I love your American accent. I want to fuck you."
That's not a thing.
No, we say that about their accent. They don't say that about ours. And actually, I heard like, oh wow, for an American, like your voice is not as annoying as most American voices.
Yeah, they really think it's annoying, but this is my thing. Like, British voices are great when you have them for a short length of time, but over the long period of time, they become annoying as fuck, especially when it's like a female with a high-pitched voice that could possibly or possibly not be pregnant by you. That shit is annoying, man. Fuck that shit.
Well, my Siri is British. Yeah. She's a British woman, and I love her voice. But you really have to tune your ear to the accent, or like my mom can't even understand my Siri.
Yeah, I mean, but again, that's that short burst. You know what I mean? Like a little bit here and a little bit there. But when you're talking with someone for like hours or months and you're like, oh, my God, your voice is the worst. And like people from Birmingham and people from Ireland, oh, my God, I wish they would shut the fuck up. It's immediately when they start talking. Like people from Wales are the worst.
So you're out there in Birmingham? So you get a bunch of soccer hooligans who heckle, didn't you get that?
I'm a large black dude that talks about being in the military, so nobody fuck with me.
So okay, so they're intimidated because you're a military guy.
It's not that they're intimidated; they just know that I'm not you can see in my face that I'm not the one to play with, and I'm aggressive. So like that happens when like those type of hecklers happen when people like let it go on. I put a stop to it at the beginning because that's my personality. And so once those two things kind of, come together, they have to make a decision like, okay, am I going to fight this guy? Are we going to fight this dude? Because I know he doesn't look like he's planning on backing down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a large black man, and I don't have any military experience. I'm a small, skinny white woman. So we have totally different experiences with England, probably, or with any place,
Yeah, like nowhere have I been where I've had a problem with anything other than the police. When I was in Hungary, there was like some Turkish gangs, but they didn't really mess with me that much. Like they just took like $300 on some bullshit that I put myself into. So it's crazy. But like, yeah, only the police.
Tell us about the Turkish gangs. Whoa, they walking around harassing people?
Not really. Like they got little kids. They have two hustles going on. Basically, the little kids, they'll come up to you and they'll ask you for money, like when you're in downtown. And then also they have this like game they run where they have like eligible women sit outside of mafia-owned restaurants And then when people like tourists come up and say, hey, the women are like, hey, we're about to go in and celebrate this girl's birthday. And the guy's like, yeah, I'll go with you. That's how I was, And I didn't realize that that it was a setup for me to pay their whole bill. So you get in, you have they have the dinner. You're like, nah, I'm not hungry. I'm just gonna, sit here and talk with you guys, girls, and see what's going on. And then at the end, they have a toast for the birthday girl, and then the bill comes out and things change. The bill comes out and it's like they're like, okay, this meal is $600 for everybody plus the drinks, and at that point the girls get up and leave. And in their country, it's customary for the guys to pay, and so the girls go back and take their seat on the sidewalk while the guys have to come up with this bill or negotiate it down. And they're like, we can call the police, but you did take that celebratory birthday shot, so you have alcohol in your system, and they're going to make you pay. It's just a hustle.
Wow, that actually doesn't sound that different from me and my girlfriends. We would always make sure to invite at least one or two rich guys every time we had a birthday party because girls, I guess, around the world don't want to pay for their own meal.
Yeah, bitches ain't shit. That's what I say, for real. But I get it. I mean, if I could just go someplace and look however I want to and not pay for shit, I think that would be fun.
But you know what? Those looks, those are expensive too. The outfits, the Botox, the beauty treatments, the hair, all that stuff costs money, so it kind of evens out that the guy should have to pay for drinks or dinner.
I don't agree with that logic at all, but I can understand how you would think that's good logic.
Yeah, being a woman is expensive. What do you think, GT?
Being a single guy is expensive as well, because what we got to do is we have to go out there, buy women drinks. We have to pay to get in. We have to not only pay to, we have to drive the most expensive car in order for attract better women. And not only that, we have to constantly, when women go out almost every single night, not pay to get in, and we don't have to worry about drinks. But when we decide to go out, we have to spend at least $100 to $150 a night easy.
Yeah, but the women, like I said, their makeup, their beauty products, their facial treatments, their high-heeled shoes, the purses, all that stuff is really expensive too. They're trying to look attractive as well.
All I know is I know how I do things, and I don't do things either way. Like my pimping is different. So I don't really spend money to get chicks. I don't really spend money on chicks. I don't really spend money in that arena.
Yeah, and it's uncool if they're just sitting outside and they don't even know you, and then they're making you buy their food, and it's not like going into it what you're even getting into. It really does sound like a scam because they're backed by mafia too.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a scam. Like there never was a birthday. They just wanted to get you in there, order up a whole bunch of stuff, and then order some expensive shots and give you a reason to drink so that when the police come, you can't say, hey, I didn't have anything. I don't want to pay for this. They do a blood alcohol level test, and you've got alcohol in your system, and they're like, oh, well, you obviously were here and you were drinking, so you need to pay for this shit.
Yeah, that's scary going to it would be scary to go to jail in this country, but it's probably just because it's a foreign country, you're probably even more scared to go to jail in another country, even though their jails might be nicer than our jails.
That would really piss me off. If I get set up that way, man, that would really piss me off. Some girl lures me in, all of a sudden I have to pay for their food. That would really mess up my trip.
And it's like that it's a setup when the bodyguards start coming out of everywhere, and like they have guns, and you realize that it's not a regular restaurant, and that these people will shoot you, and that the girls are working for them. And at that point, you kind of calm down and say, what do I have to do to get out of this situation?
And they must have overpriced food and drinks, or else how is the club benefiting, or the restaurant, how are they benefiting from doing this? The girls are getting free food, I get it, but why does the club or the mafia guys, why do they want to do this? They must be just trying to sell more dinners.
Now, from what I get out of it, the girls were sex workers, and this was their night off, and they were being sex trafficked across Europe. And the mafia, who knows what they charge? I don't even know what the fuck. As an American, how would you know what overpriced food in Hungary was? Like, it's all set up around the illusion of sex.
I don't know. I buy your whole story except for the sex workers getting a night off. I don't think sex workers get a night off.
Well, you know what? My thing is like this. Like, I know what I saw, and I know that it was their job to go back and sit there, and that they were being watched the whole time, just like we were being watched with the same guys with the guns. And it wasn't like they came up to them and were nice. They were like, bitch, go back out on the corner and get some more. So that's what I saw.
Wow. Well, they must be making a cut. The restaurant must be making a cut of that food.
All right, Lloyd Collins, man. Thanks for showing up. Really appreciate you getting on our podcast and everything, man.
Alrighty, and you may have already mentioned, but where can people find you online?
I am Lloyd Collins on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
All right. Coming up next, people. Coming up next, Lloyd Collins, people. Lloyd, put your hands together for Lloyd Collins.
Give it up for your host. Give it up for your host, GT. Batman for Halloween. That's what's up. So before you guys even have too much anticipation, this is gonna be weird. Okay, what I'm about to say is gonna be weird on purpose. All right, so I'm a black dude, obvious, right? Like, yeah. To the cops, and I was also in the military, which means I have brain damage. So that's awesome. Sometimes I get paranoid, and I know that it's because I was dumb enough to join the military, and I feel so much better, you know? I also do a lot of drugs. I started smoking weed at 18 to smoke away my troubles. I ended up smoking away my 20s. And my 50s and my 100s, you know what I'm saying? There's this thing like when people smoke weed, they like smoke weed and then they want to come out and do some cool shit and feel good. Nah, that's not how I smoke weed. Have you ever like smoked too much weed or had an edible and it was too strong and you felt like your head was spinning but you were having a heart attack and but you couldn't stop because your head was spinning and you can't stop your heart from beating because you're thinking about that? That's where I live. That's home. That's what I want to get. I want to get damn near dead tonight. You know what I mean? And it all goes back to my sister. I had an older sister, and she was a bully. Yeah. So let's break that down. I have an older black sister that is a bully, and she still bullies me to this day. Like she sends me job tips, but they're not job tips. They're like, "Yo, stop doing comedy and get a fucking job, yo." I have a brother that's the golden child. He's a younger brother, but he's the golden child. Like everything he does turns out the best ever. You know what I mean? Like I was in the 12th grade, he was in the 9th grade. I'm the starting halfback for the football team. He decides one day, hey, I'm gonna play football. And now he was the starting football halfback for the senior high school team, just like that. Like I literally was the backup to my brother. And at that point, I just joined the FBLA. You know what I mean? Like it's over. Like I was the secretary of the African American Studies Club, people. Like I really said, fuck that shit. I'm fat. Like I just now started to think like a fat person. Though, like I've been fat for like 5 years. But I just started thinking like I drove by the gas station the other day and I thought to myself like, damn, gas is up to 4 cheeseburgers a gallon. That's ridiculous. Like I'm so fat that I equate money to food, like right off. Even when I talk shit to dudes, I talk shit like a fat dude. I'm like, yo man, you got beef, motherfucker? What's up? You know what I mean? Put it on the grill. I love being alive though, because I'm from the west side of Chicago. Yeah, I'm from Paseo, Puerto Rico, Humboldt Park. You know what it is? Exactly. Okay, I feel you. Yeah. No, I don't go over to your side. That's how come out. That was a quick lull right there after I said I feel you. And there wasn't no more questions after that, nigga. Like, I remember going over there twice. From the good side. Okay, I feel you, but I'm from Paseo, Puerto Rico. That is the Puerto Rican pass, right on the west side. And people from your neighborhood, they cool. I feel them. I went to the Negro League Cafe on 45th and Halstead. That was like the furthest south that I went. Yeah, it was like 45th and Halstead. All right, I'm gonna get back to telling these weird ass jokes if you don't mind. I just celebrated my 43rd birthday. Like I'm 43 years old. Yeah. And that doesn't really mean anything except for the police didn't shoot me yet. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. But like, I realized that me being 43 as a black dude is like a white dude being 1,000. Like, that's. I was talking to my nephew the other day and I was telling him about this phone, and I was like, yeah, I remember back in my day when the phones were on the wall and you had to have them hooked up on a cord. And he turns to me and he's like, what is a wall? I'm like, you Montessori going to school ass motherfucker, get out of my face. I have time to break down archaeology and shit. I've been doing this for a while now, and I have no idea where this is gonna lead. No, like I've been doing comedy for like 10 years out here in LA, and in LA they usually do things like ask you to pay to do comedy. They usually do things like ask you to get a drink to do comedy. You know, for all that shit you have to have a job. You know what I mean? Like I have to have a job to do this job. Like that's. But I'm getting older, and I realize there's no retirement plan. Like there's no health care for old fat comedians. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like every time I go to the doctor, I'm like, bro, I'm 300 pounds. Are you sure I don't have diabetes, doc? Like according to everything I've ever read, I should have at least type 2. Can we please just? I have the money for the insulin, but I'm not. And I'm like, man, what am I gonna do when I'm like 76 years old? And I still want to do comedy, right? I still want to come out here and have some fun, but I don't have all my teeth anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm hopping around with one leg and a wooden, I don't know, lost you guys. I like dating. Dating is easy for me, surprisingly. It's easy. I know I'm not the most attractive dude, but there's a lot of lesbians out there who like dudes that look like lesbians, so I'm good. I'm good. All I gotta do is hit a lesbian bar about 12 p.m., nigga, right when they get all fucked up. They're like, hey, what's your name? Yeah, your name's Susan? Yeah, fuck it, what's up? I have a car that's like, I shouldn't be driving this car. Like, my sister gave me her car because I had a horrible accident. No, it was stripped out. I was driving a black Prius, and this guy like T-boned me going 45 miles an hour without trying to stop, you know what I mean? And I was on the phone with my mom at the time, and I remember like I thought I was dead. Like the car hit me and I immediately just blacked out, but I had like 1 second before I blacked out to have one thought. And I just started like thinking my personalities. Like I was talking to myself like the game was over. I was like, hey guys, played a good game. Hey, aggression, without you I wouldn't have had half as much sex. Good job, buddy. Compassion, you did a great job. Secret racism, hey man, way to hold it down. Way to hold it down. And I was okay with it, you know? And then I woke up and the police officer was like, you know, people in your situation that have an accident like this, they usually die. It's usually not good for them. And I looked him right in the eye and I was like, listen, sir, usually people don't eat 4 cheeseburgers at a time to put enough stuffing on themselves so they can withstand that blast, baby. I was training for this moment. My name is Lloyd Collins. Y'all have a great night.
All right, put your hands together for a very funny Lloyd Collins. Yeah.
Hey, a big thanks to all our listeners and a very special thanks to all our fans who came out to check out our last show at Universal Bar and Grill. Universal Bar and Grill in North Hollywood, where they carry Global Vodka. Our sponsor, Global Vodka, it's 100% gluten-free, smooth finish, great taste from Italy. Global Vodka, you can check it out at global-vodka.com or come see us live and have a taste for yourself.
We got a guy here. His name is Daniel Archila. Yeah. He's been on my show quite a few times. He's a real cool guy. You know, he's up there. He's ready. He thinks he's in the boxing ring. He's getting ready. He's ready to come up here and knock people out. Knock you guys out. Come on, put your hands together for Daniel Archila, people.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm I'm Danny Archila, also known as the biggest disappointment you will see tonight. So please, no expectations. And I will start with saying this. Usually for those non-comics here, this is a bringer show. You bring people and they watch you perform or fail. Either way, they have to be your friends or pay for your gas money. So that said, I didn't bring anybody except for a last-minute addition. He's a really cool guy. He's my grandfather, and I'm really excited for you guys to meet him. So just if you can, I gotta get him out of here for a second. Just give me 1 second. Hold on a second. Keep the applause going when he comes out, because he's fierce. He's a bit of a real guy. We didn't have this in the 70s, 1870s. We didn't. What are you doing? Hi! Who? Wow! Ooh, there's a lot of pretty ladies out here tonight. Do I say so myself? Let's hear it for the pretty ladies! Yeah! I see some fine options here. Yeah. You look a little hoardy. You're a bit catty. You might just be my temperature here. Tell me, are you familiar with the 8mm penises? Because that's not mine. Heretics! Oh, yes. You might be wondering, where's my Halloween costume? Where the hey-hoo is my scary costume? Ooh, well, I'll tell you what. It's this. No, this is a chicken tender. I'm not a chicken. This is the size of my penis. Ooh, that's scary. Rape is not good. But I got the chicken. Yeah, sure. And I also got Hi, make you look, huh? You wanted me to die. Here. How am I so nimble for an old man? I'm human. I got this ghost costume. Woo! I'm your ghost coming to you while your grandchildren have sex. Woo! Yeah! Look like a fucking retard, geez. No, geez. Why isn't anybody laughing? All you women here, I hate to say it, but all you women here are just a bunch of fags. Because you're smoking hard like cigarettes. You get it? No, you don't. I'm tart. Okay. Oh, man, it's good to be in my prime. I am a man's man. You see? You see how this hurts? Oh, I squint like I'm a Jap. I shouldn't say that. But I should say that I am always wet when I'm sleeping and when I leave the bathroom. There you go. Does anybody have any questions for the kook here? I'm always looking for new meanings of advice giving. Do I look like the Pet Shop Boys? Hey. I guess I do, yeah. This GT guy, he's a real fine son of a bitch, I gotta say, because he only uses 2 letters. Everybody else uses more. LGBTQIA. Oh, it's an old joke. Everybody borrows it from me. Good old Good old Bobby. Yeah.
You have cancer?
Oh, do I have cancer? Huh. I have cancers. I have Aquariuses. I have Libras, all waiting for me at my pad in Dominguez Hills. That's where I live. That's I room with an aspiring film student and some British girl who wants to kill herself. Something about spotting trains? I don't know. Oh, man. Does anybody really, do any ladies here think I'm a qualifiable stud? Am I a machine? Oh, okay. Well, if you're so excited, what's your name? We'll plan a date. I just got to get out my calendar here. Let's see. Where is it? This is my calendar. Oh, no. It's a Chinese menu. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I like your costume here. You're supposed to be a stallion, or what are you? A silent. You're mute. No, I'm getting the light. I must go to the light. I must see my death. Well, I was gonna say I wanted to bring out the old computer, show you guys some of my scripts. I've been working on some stuff. You see? Let's see here. This will be my last joke, and then you can kill me off in the season finale. Yeah. There it is. Here is my script, and here is my computer. Don't steal it, bitches. Whoever my grandson is a dumbass. This was very poorly planned. I almost wish I could die so he would never be born. Jeez. What a load. Okay, I'm gonna... Sorry, I'm part wildebeest. Okay, everybody. I know you're all disappointed, but this is the holidays. The most important part of it is spending it with your family. So that way you can blame them for your cyanide poison. Oh. Revenge from the grave. And I am Bobby Agudelo. You guys have ourselves a spooky Halloween. Yeah.
All right. Put your hands together for David Archila. Yeah.
Hey ladies, are you looking for hot deals on sexy styles? Check out everydaysweetheart.com. Everyday Sweetheart, where you can find the most sexy fashions for going out, club wear, or just to show off for your loved ones. So check out everydaysweetheart.com and get 10% off with deal code TAKE10, TAKE10, take 10. Thanks a lot.
All right, coming up next, a very fine lady who's been on this earth for 95 years. She looks like one right now. Put your hands together for Caroline Langford.
But it's lovely to be here, isn't it? Everyone good? Yeah. Well, I'm looking out at all you young people with your firm bodies and your smooth skin, and thank you very much for reminding me what I once had. I'd forgotten about it till now. But here I am in California, and you know, people said you don't want to go to California. All that sunshine, you're going to get wrinkles. Yeah, right. I've lived in England my whole life. Grey sky, no sunshine. Really prevented me getting wrinkles. But I came here to see the doctors, because we've got terrible doctors in England. Oh, they're awful. So I come over here. I found myself a lovely doctor, always handsome. I said, Doctor, I want you to give me a thorough checkup. I mean, every part of me. And he did. And he gave me some great news. He told me I got a condition called osteoporosis. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, basically it's the crumbling of your bones, kind of like my previous marriages. Anyway, I thought this was great, because my whole life I've wanted to touch my toes, but haven't been able to. But now I'll be able to do it with no effort. And also, I could be just like my hero. Oh, I've worshipped him. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Who says dreams don't come true, eh? Thank you, osteoporosis. Now, I think I look pretty good for 35, right? You know, I get young girls coming up to me. They say, oh, if I can look half as good as you when I get to your age, I'll be happy. And I say, darling, you don't look half as good as me now. You know, I've been listening to you lot, blabbing on about sex and wanking and filth. Let me tell you something. My generation, we invented sex. Oh yeah. Now all you do, you youngsters, is talk about it. See, in our day, we weren't allowed to talk about it. So we did it. And we did it. You lot just blah, 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 all about wanking here and wanking there. If you don't know what wanking is, look it up in the dictionary or Google it. But I'll tell you something about sex. I mean, really, at this age, you can't just grab what you can get, right? So I go and get a weekly colonoscopy. I mean, think about it. You get to lay there, have something inserted, and you don't have to fake. Oh, it's good. Mind you, I didn't know that you don't have to fake the first time. And there was me on the table going, oh yes, doctor, you get your big long scope and put it in deep, doctor, deep. You know, people say, oh, you oldies, you don't have sex. Well, there is a reason, because we've run out of positions, you see. You know, I took a mirror, I looked down like this, and I saw, oh, it was ugly, all hanging down. It's called gravity. Filthy words should be taken out of the dictionary. So I can't go on top of him, can I? Because he doesn't want to be looking up at a bloodhound, does he? So then I went on all fours and realised that my boobs looked like zucchinis. So I went on my back instead. And then they look like pancakes. So really there's no positions left at this age, except the one with the lights off. I'll tell you, the last fellow I was with, may he rest in peace. I mean, he'd take his Viagra, and I'd always know when he wanted me, because he'd be, hey, zucchini pancakes, zucchini pancakes. But I've had a good life, I have to say. Buried a lot of husbands. I think it's about 9, I kind of lost track. The last 3 was from Viagra. But it does have its perks, you know, because I've got a lot of money. I just travel around the world doing whatever I want. Because I'll tell you what, I worked hard. I raised my children I was a good mother. I breastfed my son. But then last year I said to him, now you turn 60, you've got to stop. Oh, he didn't want to. Oh, no. Oh, he started crying, you know. But I said, enough's enough. Because I want to travel now and do my thing. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Standing here, making a complete idiot of myself in front of you lovely people. It's marvellous. Thank you very much. I'm Caroline. Thank you, my dear.
Wow, what a hottie, huh? Woo! Caroline Langford. Oh, man. I remember once, there was this lady, she swallowed my sperm every single day. Every single day. And she lived up to be 95 years old. Yeah. It's kind of, you try to understand that a lot of older women, do older people turn you on? I always think about, I always had a crush for my teachers growing up, you know. I look back, all those women are like probably like 95 right now. Yeah. Okay, coming up next, Edgar Mota. People, put your hands together for Edgar Mota.
Thank you. Let's go for Batman. Yeah. Name's Edgar Mota. And I'm a tough guy. You guys don't believe me? One person, all right. You know, I'm the leader of 3 different gangs. It's the chess team, the glee club, and the debate team. Pretty tough, right? Pretty tough. What's up? Also on a scooter. Badass, right? I watch a lot of TV, but with that, I watch a lot of commercials. Not a fan of them, mostly because they're false advertising. Like those K jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. No, every kiss begins with consent. Yeah. Thank you. Whoa, hashtag. It's great. Enjoying the night. See a lot of characters here and out there. I remember a few nights ago I saw another character. I was outside Disneyland and ran into this hooker. I asked her how much does he charge. She said, well, do you want an annual or a day pass? Do you do fantasies? I said. Just, honey, I have a whole land. Now take off your pants. I took them off. And she was like amazed and awed and all that stuff. And like for some reason she started bursting into singing. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. And then I left. Charging him. But yeah, it's great out here. It's great, you know. I'm always trying to hit like the pinnacle point of my sex life. I think I finally did it, guys. I really think I did. Had sex with 12 supermodels, huh? How's that for pinnacle? Yeah, thank you. One person applaud. Thank you, sir. I know it's exactly what you guys are thinking, and yes, I slept with my calendar. I know because I marked it. Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday too. Because it was yesterday. That's how it is. That's how things are. I am Latino. Is there any other Latinos? One. Thank you. That's more than that's one more than I thought was gonna be here. Great. It's, my full name, I have a full name like all other Latinos. It's of course extensive, you know. Edgar Mota and Dennis Herrera. We sorry you killed my father. I'll see you in hell. Very common, traditional. I grew up in Chicago. I know like two other people that said that. West Side, South Side. Yeah, I grew up in a dangerous part though. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Chicago. I mean, population. Take the kids, not the TV. I'm not gonna watch my Netflix. That's what it was growing up. I grew older, I grew up. Now I'm here, performing in front of a bar. Half you guys are just listening, half you guys doing a conversation. I'm just gonna pretend I'm killing it. I'm gonna put it on Twitter, hashtag killed it. That's okay, that's okay. That's what we're here for. Another day, another close to $1. Close to $1. Didn't make $1, but one day I will. I'll make that $1 and I'll be $900 short of rent. That time? Alright guys, I'm gonna end it with that. I got the light twice. Woo! Yeah, I can't fix this now.
All right, man. Put your hands together for Edgar Mota. Mota. That's like marijuana. Hey guys, looking for a tent? You need a tent for storage. You need a tent for your wedding. You need a tent for your party. You need a tent because you have no garage. Well, log on to webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com and browse around. See what you want. See what fits your needs. Once again, webtentsale.com. webtentsale.com or call 1-877-918-TENT. Okay, we're gonna have that's the end of GT's Comedy Jam. We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna have. We want all the people that dressed up coming up here, and we're gonna. Oh, Justin Morrow. Hey, man, you showed up so late.
Yeah, another show, I told you.
Oh, wow, at the end of the show.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's
Okay,
hear it.
yeah, come on up here, Justin Morrow.
I like it.
Yeah!
Martin Morrow. Martin Morrow.
Thank you.
Martin Morrow.
No, it's too late. They don't give a shit.
Same last name as me.
Hey, how we doing, everybody?
Yeah!
Was the rest of the show fun?
Yes!
Great, good to hear. I like our happy Halloween to everyone as well. I won't keep you too long. I feel like you probably all have to drink and fuck more. So.
No, what kind of relax? Let's go.
You know what kind of? Oh, you get. Thank you for getting my costume. I appreciate that.
I love it.
Thank you. Yes. Yes, I dressed up as Killmonger from the Black Panther. My favorite character because he was right. Whole time, kill all the white people. That was his. No, I'm kidding. You guys are great. I do have a black ass name though. My full name is Martin Mandela Morrow. That is a black name. But I grew up around white people, so as a kid, I thought my name was He Speaks So Well. Thank you. Thank you. Are we the only black people here?
No, they're
Okay. Oh shit. What up? All right.
in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having like a deep ass conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. I will. Thank you. She's like a supportive wife. Like she's like, keep going. You got this. You got this. Like, all right. I didn't think I didn't have it, but now it's good. Cool. I feel like I need to break up a stereotype right now. Everyone's like black dudes got big dicks. All black dudes have big dicks. I'll tell you this right now, like, you know, the whole like big dick energy thing going on. I have decent dick energy. That is what I'm rocking. Just a good, like, medium, like, you know, I like, if we have sex, I will text you the next day if I don't hear from you within like 12 hours to ask if everything's okay. Like that. That's the energy that I am rocking with. I will. Don't trust it. Like, this is a real thing that has happened to me before. I was having sex with a girl and then just like lost my erection and then started crying and said, I don't know, I was just thinking about my dad. You know how fucking weird that is of a situation? And not thinking about my dad in a sexual way, but just, you know, the type of way that would make you lose your erection, you know? So, who said sure? Like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. That guy wants to fuck his dad. Wow. I do have a stepdad, too. Anybody else here have step-parents make some noise? Yeah, where my sad people at?
Right.
Yeah, our families couldn't keep it together. Yeah, I got a stepdad. My stepdad is an alcoholic, London-born Nigerian. You've probably gotten some of his emails before. Very weird. The thing is, my mom and stepdad, they met while I was away at college, right? And then they also got married while I was away at college.
Me too.
Oh shit! Look at that. We're related. That'd be weird.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I heard her. Thank you for backing her up, though. But that's what happened, and I don't know if this is how it felt like for you, but it felt like, you know, when you're watching a sitcom, and then midway through the sitcom, you stop watching it, and then like they replace one of the main actors with a new actor, like that. That's pretty much it. It's like, oh, I gotta deal with this dude all the time now. It's wild. That's why I like about Halloween. We get to pretend to be people we're not, right? And that's like, today I get to pretend to be happy, which is dope. I'm on Zoloft. Anybody else here on Zoloft?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Strap in, my friend. For those of you who don't know, Zoloft is an antidepressant. It's basically Molly without the fun. Like that is it. Like, and I've done all of the drugs. You know, I've done Molly. I've done shrooms. I've done weed brownies. All the drugs that open your mind and make you really appreciate music and want to call your family. Shit like that, right? Zoloft is the only drug I've taken where I've said after an hour of being on it, you know what? I wonder what all the Targets in Long Beach are like, and then drove to all the Targets in Long Beach, like each and every fucking one. They're great. I'll tell you that much right now. You're a treat. I've been celibate for a year. If anybody wants to break that up tonight, huh? Who's chatting? Okay, no. Been celibate. I found this out about celibate me though. Celibate me is the type of person who goes to strip clubs and Shazams all the songs. That's what I did. I was just like, yo, what is Mercedes dancing to? This is dope. I like that. All right. I like that you guys are. We'll laugh a little bit. Then we're gonna taper off. That is. Thank you. Thank you. Are you single? I feel like we're having a connection here. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I asked.
that's a question.
We'll see.
Oh shit! Whoa!
We'll see.
But then she was like, "Well, I was gonna fuck you till you dabbed." Like that was the part.
You just missed it.
I missed what? The dab? Yeah, knew it. Knew it was the dab. Janet Jackson?
It's a dab.
Janet Jackson, is that your costume?
You think I'm in a costume?
Oh. You say that like I know you personally. Like I would know what you wear on the day to day.
You have eyes, right?
I have eyes, yeah.
Okay, so does this look like a costume?
Well, it could have been Janet Jackson from. All right. Thank you. Thank you. What happened? Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Wait. Did you think I was making fun of you? Yeah. Oh, I couldn't figure out why she was so mad about the costume. Oh shit. Oh, I like that. I need that in my life. I need that shit. Yeah. I've been dating too many like frail white women who was like, oh, I hope everything's okay. No, I need someone who just, you goddamn right I will. There it is. Fuck this show. That's what I need to do with my life. All right, I'll leave you guys. I'll do one more, and then you guys can party. Thank you all for coming out, too, on your Halloween night. For also waiting and letting me go up when I was late as shit. But yeah, so this is fun. I mean, it's great to like have fun comedy shows like this, and not all shows are fun like this. You know, like recently I performed in front of the biggest audience I ever had, 7,000 people. True story, 7,000 people. Thank you. That's what I'm doing. And 3 minutes later, I was booed by 7,000 people. I was opening up for a man by the name of Cat Williams. You probably heard of him. Yeah, and if you heard my set, not very Cat Williamsy. And every comic that went up before me was like, pussy dick, motherfucker, pussy dick. Dick, motherfucker, pussy dick. Ever see a motherfucker with a dick in a pussy? Like, motherfucker, that's a dick in a pussy. And I was like, I don't like my stepdad. They were like, boo! We hate you! Now this next part is 100% on me. I got upset by this, so I yell back out, don't get mad at me because you never met your fathers. Oh. Yeah. Then they really hated me. They're like, boo! Black lives matter. Except for that motherfucker right there. So afterwards, like, hey man, Cat wants to talk to you. I'm like, oh great, he's gonna yell at me, he's gonna be mad. He was actually really cool. He goes, don't even worry about it. That's just niggas. I was like, thank you, Cat Williams. All right, that was supposed to be a bigger laugh, but I agree. That was more of an Inglewood joke, but it's fine. We did our best. I'm gonna give you guys back to GT. Thank you again for coming out. Have a fun night.
Oh wow, you opened up with Cat Williams.
Yeah.
Wow. I was inspired by Cat Williams, my type of comedian. Andrew Dice Clay. You guys probably could tell that by now. All right, guys, really appreciate you guys showing up. And we're going to have the Halloween contest brought to you by Wild Joe.
All right. I'm glad everyone is so festive. Everybody dressed up. We are doing our Halloween costume contest, and we have a prize, which is a free drink here at this bar, which you could use tonight or come back again to the Universal Bar and Grill. Thank you to the Universal Bar and Grill for hosting us. Thank you to all of our comics and anyone who wants to join the Halloween costume contest. We will be judging based off applause. Come on up to the stage.
Fuck yeah, Tina.
Okay, so far we've got a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Anybody else want to compete? I see some more.
Get up there,
Come on, yeah, I don't know what you are. Wait, okay, let's do some introductions. What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Disco Rogue.
Disco Rogue. Is that a real character or you made it up?
It's a character from X-Men, but I'm from the disco show.
Very nice. I like it. It's like Jazzercise, Jane Fonda, but like Lady Gaga. It's like modern and old disco. Disco Rose. And we have a piece of pizza. Rogue.
Premium pizza.
I see a tomato, a pepperoni, an olive, a calamari olive, and a basil leaf, a fresh basil leaf.
Premium pizza, right here.
Okay, we got
A
fresh slice.
slice of premium hot pizza.
Wow,
Cheers.
that is making me sweat. Okay, anybody willing to go up against this pizza and this Disco Rogue? Anyone else want to join this contest? All right, I see one of our. All right. And what is your costume, sir?
I'm an old man.
Okay, we got an old man who's not really old.
Yes.
Okay, he's an old man. Okay.
You don't know what you wish
We
for.
have a unicorn. One of our unicorns wants to join.
I have a tail.
Woo! She did mention it took her 2 hours to get dressed today.
Oh, here's somebody that also took 2 hours to get dressed today because she's very slow. She's very slow. That's why it took her so long. And what are you in costume as?
What do you mean costume? I'm not in costume.
All right, you guys saw her a second ago. You couldn't even recognize her. And if she loses, it's because her costume is so good, you don't know that it's so different from her normal look. But this is a young, vibrant woman dressed as an older woman. And I think you guys should stand next to each other. You guys can do a couples contest. You guys are in a couples category. I saw some other couples. Anybody else want to join the costume contest? Any of the matchy couples? Okay. Okay, you guys, we're going to judge this contest by round of applause. We're going to just go, which way is left? Left to right? Which way is your left? This way? Left? Okay, we'll start left to right. Okay. Anybody who thinks the piece of pizza, Supreme Pizza, should win? Very good. Okay.
You smell.
Delicious.
Anyone voting for Disco Road? Okay. You guys are all clapping the same for everyone. Okay. Anyone want to go for the beautiful unicorn here? Okay. And finally, anyone going for our senior citizen couple? Okay. What do you guys think? Who do you think won? Do we need to do it again?
Anushka.
You think Anushka won? Okay, let's go between Anushka and the grandma.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our finalists.
What t-shirt contest?
Okay. This will change things. Grandma, can I ask you a favor? Can you show your real hair so people see how different you look?
Oh, yeah.
Curly hair.
I like that.
See that?
That's adorable.
That is a different person. Can't even recognize this person.
This is Glenn.
What's her name? Glenn Close, guys. Now she has next year's costume.
No, as I said before, what costume?
Okay, are you ready to go as Glenn Close next year?
No, she'll go as me.
Good one. All right. Okay. So we have it between Grandma and Glenn Close.
What? No.
All right. And Anushka the unicorn. It looks like we have a winner, and she won a free drink from the Universal Bar and Grill. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to GT's Comedy Jam. Check us out. We're on iTunes, Dive Bar Comedy. Look up the Dive Bar Comedy podcast, and you can hear us every week. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you guys for cheering because I really can use this drink.
Hey guys, you need carpet, hardwood floors, laminate, tile, luxury floors. Log on to selectflooring.biz. You will get all the support you need. And if you need installation, ask for it. Once again, log on to selectflooring.biz for your flooring needs. All right, that was the end of our show at Universal Bar and Grill. And all right, that's the end of our show at Universal Bar and Grill. And it was a real fun show of me first time hosting. Actually, this is my second time hosting. It's my first time hosting GT's Comedy Jam. First time I hosted was the Spotlight show. And the crowd seemed to love me there.
Well, it was fun. I did miss having Mr. C. What happened to him tonight?
Mr. C, he went to Vegas for Halloween. he's going to be walking around going, "It's Halloween, get down and eat my candy."
Yeah, everybody's singing that song. That's your song, GT. You got the whole world singing it. Or now you will. Everybody's going to look it up. They're going to be wondering, how do I hear this GT's Halloween Eat My Candy song?
Yeah. Well, think about that song. It's Halloween, so get down and eat my candy. Think about that song is it gets in your head, and you start like singing it over and over and over and over in your head, and then you sing it in the shower, you sing it while you're driving. That's what people tell me. It just gets stuck in my head.
It's cute. It's very cute, and you're right. It's very catchy, and it's fun to have a Halloween song because there aren't enough Halloween songs, and there definitely aren't enough dirty, sexual Halloween songs out there. They're mostly spooky and scary, so you've got the market cornered on that one.
Yeah, I have a very dirty sense of humor as far as my comedy goes, and my music. Most of my stuff is very dirty. I think the crowd here tonight was more of a very conservative type of crowd versus my type. I think my hosting didn't sit too well, seems like, tonight.
Oh, what are you telling me? Are you saying you didn't kill tonight? I thought you killed.
My hosting, I don't think I did well, but I think my comedy show did all right.
What? You didn't kill? Oh my God, GT! This is the first time I've ever heard you admit that you didn't kill.
Well, I'm just being honest with you. You don't have to make fun of me. What I'm trying to say is, I go around town, and a lot of people think I do really well. So.
Well, yeah, I did notice tonight though that you were trying some dirty jokes, and people were pretty silent. I don't think they wanted to hear it. It's kind of abrasive. And then at the end, you did your clean set. Then you did get some more laughs with that, with the bird. But yeah, you're right. You didn't get any laughs with all your dirty, disgusting jokes.
Well, I'm a comic that comes from that's influenced by dirty comedians. And I'm a whole different. I'm for a different crowd. I'm not really for a, conservative crowd. I'm more for a dirty crowd type of comic.
Where do you think you could find this dirty crowd? Maybe go to prisons or entertain there, or maybe you could entertain like the Sex Offender Anonymous Club, or where are all these dirty people? Maybe like a swingers bar. Where should you do your next show, GT?
Maybe open up for certain type of comedians like Cat Williams, Andrew Dice Clay type of people.
Okay. Well, that's the traditional route. I think you could find some dirty groups of people somewhere if you search hard enough. Maybe some kind of group on the internet or something.
You just think about it. You gotta understand. Every comedian has their night. You know what I mean? They sometimes you can be clean and still have a bad set. I mean, you can be you just have to. Crowd's not your crowd. You know what I mean? You can't say you can do well with every single crowd. You know what I mean? You just like one crowd you do really well. One next crowd you do all right, and the next crowd you kill, and then. The next crowd you kill again. The next crowd you kill again. The next crowd. It all depends on the crowd. You can't just say, "Oh, I did horrible with this crowd." That means you're a bad comedian.
Yeah, you have a point. But I think you should search really hard for that filthy crowd that's gonna love your jokes. You need like the really filthy people. I don't know where they're hiding, but maybe you could go to the homeless camps or something. I don't know if they like dirty sexual jokes. They're probably getting it on in those tents. You could go entertain the Skid Row people, and they might really like you.
Skid Row people, are you making fun of me? Seriously, are you making fun of me?
No, I'm just brainstorming. I'm just trying to find a crowd that would appreciate your filthiness level.
Well, that's me. You know what I mean? If you that's my comedy. I don't. I don't really. If I want to go clean, you saw my set. I got my bird set. I could go clean. I could do PG. I could stay PG, stay without saying one word, a bad word, not even one bad word. I won't be saying anything negative to anyone or offend anyone. I could go clean without offending any race or anyone but me. Maybe not even me, you know what I mean? But that's a hard set to make, where you're not offending anyone, and that's my bird set. And you've heard my bird set.
You're right. It is hard, way harder to think of clean jokes than to think of dirty jokes. The dirty ones just pop right into my head. The clean ones are usually not that funny. So to be a clean comic is a real challenge. But it will get you a lot further, especially if you want to get on TV or that kind of thing. So it's a good idea to always try to think of some clean jokes in case you have that clean crowd that you need to perform for.
I've been banned from a lot of comedy clubs, you know what I mean, for being dirty, I got a reputation out there as a dirty comedian. I've been banned from the Comedy Store. I've been banned from Ha Ha Cafe. I've been banned from Lexington. I've been kicked off the stage at least 6 times from the Laugh Factory for not being PG. And, I'm known for being dirty, you know what I mean? But, some people, you got to understand, people come to a comedy club to hear dirty comedy. A lot of people do. They don't want to hear the same old crap they would hear on some Disney Channel, whatever they got going on. It's not some sort of like, you're not on Conan, you know what I mean? You're not on America's Got Talent, clean. We're in a dive bar. When you're in a dive bar, people want to hear some dirty shit, you know what I mean? You could be at even any comedy club. People want to hear some dirty, nasty shit, and that's what I dish out. That's what I offer. You know what I mean?
You're right. It is a 21 and over establishment. Everybody here is an adult, and they're a lot too old for the Disney Channel. So you give the people something that they may or may not want to hear, but I'm sure there are people out there that do want to hear it. So thanks a lot, GT, for putting this all together and letting us record the Dive Bar Comedy Podcast at your show.
Thanks a lot, Wild Joe. Thanks for having me on, and really appreciate it. Well, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for listening to Dive Bar Comedy, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. And, hey, we have a show coming up November 15th.
Yeah, we will be posting our show schedule on the GT's Comedy Jam Facebook page, so you can always check that out and join, like the page, or you can check us out. I'm at Wild Joe Comedy on Instagram, and you can also search Wild Joe Comedy on Facebook. I'm sorry, at Wild Joe Comedy on Twitter, or Wild Joe Comedy on Facebook. So Twitter or Facebook for me. And you can find GT on there also, GT Music. So check us out online and tune in, subscribe. Hopefully you'll come out to a show and see us live very soon.